everyone. Welcome back to another I'm Horrified Teeny Sode.
Yay, Sode.
We're back with you.
Woo! We hope you all enjoyed the first part of Disney Week. It's the second part of Disney Week.
Yes.
Every week to me is Disney Week.
That's true.
It's Disney Week if you wake up and fall asleep listening to Disney food blogs. I mean,
oh my God. If you're the lady who runs Disney Food Blog and you're listening, please contact us.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me, like, Allie, if you're the lady, like, secretly the lady who runs Disney Food Blog. No, but this is the thing, like, it's kind of a conspiracy theory, like, not to Shane Dawson you right now, but
no, please.
It's like, there's no photos. So, let me back up.
Yeah, please.
Disney Food Blog is a YouTube show, a phenomenon, a religion, a foundation, a set of spiritual guidelines. It is a food blog that turned into like an advice blog that turned into one of the most popular Disney video channels on YouTube. And the host of it is AJ Wolf. And every time you start a show, it's, hey guys, this is AJ from Disney Food Blog. And then she talks about like the best bathrooms in Epcot or like whatever she's going to talk about. She talks about the craziest shit. I couldn't even make it up. But like I went to see after what felt like collectively like weeks of content that I had been consuming. Like, does this woman have an Instagram? Like, does she have what does she look like? Like, I'm listening to her voice day and night. Like, who is this woman? And like, I can't find a damn picture of her on the internet. And she has like, and I'll see like somebody like holding, you know, food, like, or an ice cream or like a drink in their hand in the photos on the Disney Food Blog Instagram. And I'm like, oh, is that her nails? Like, I don't even know like who she is. And I'm like, no, she's got a staff of people who like works in all the parks. So it could be somebody else like holding things, but it's always her voice. And I just have this feeling that one day I'm going to be in Disney World, like walking around and I'm just going to hear her like ordering a churro or something. And my whole body's just going to like be like, it's you. I finally get to meet you. And thank you for all you've done for me. But yeah, before we get started, last episode, I said that I would, if people wanted to see it, I would show my ear collection. Yes. And for those of you who are hip to this, clearly we're recording both of these sessions at the same time, wearing the same outfit, same ears. I'm assuming that the demand to see my ears is overwhelming.
Yeah, I think we've been getting tweets for days, I think.
My assumption is that people are like, we need to see it. So here it is. This is my Disney Parks Designer Collection box where one of my ears came in. This is a tiny collection. These are the classic mini ears.
They're gorgeous.
Sam, you explained your ears last time.
Yes.
They're Ariel. They're Little Mermaid themed.
Little Mermaid from Allison. You're the best, Allie.
Yes, of course. So I've got Christmas ears from a Christmas trip I took with my mom.
Cute.
Hers were red with a green bow. I only have 3 in here. I only have 4 ears total. So these are the designer ears. They come with a certificate of verification.
Wow.
Not showing up on the camera, but because it's like a certain number or whatever. Look at them. Gaze at them.
They're gorgeous.
So you can see.
They're like leather, right?
Yeah, you can see. Oh, my nails are so gross. Yes, they're leather, and they have little Disney Parks insignia on them. I'm trying to get the light to not be doing this thing. I'm so sorry, people listening on the podcast. Like, you're just going to have to tune in. I don't know what to say, but I'm just going to try this. Oh, perfect. So there's like a little Mickey, there's a little castle, there's a little pretzel, there's a space mountain. It's all about the world. We love to see it.
We really do.
And then last but my favorite, we have our Dole Whip ears. These Dole Whip ears were made custom by an Etsy goddess who's, I forget her name, but I will look up her shop and list in the description. I sound like such a blogger. I'll list in the description. Oh, these feel a little broken. What are you going to do? Sorry, Etsy seller. It's not your product. It's my mishandling of your products. this is this is a pineapple, and this is Orange Bird, who was the Florida state, like, what's mascot for orange juice and oranges in like the 60s, like the 50s, 60s, 70s. So he's an icon, legend star. You want to talk about queer Disney representation? We were talking about that last time. Orange Bird, there you go. First one to look at.
There you go.
So that's my ear collection. Happy Disney Week, everyone. That, and then my plush Space Mountain and all my other gadgets and gizmos.
And now the real question, Allison, is if we end up going to Disney World in November, which we are tentatively planning
to go in November.
We'll see. Are we going to have to get some kind of matching ear?
I feel like we're going to have to let the listeners decide that. Is that something that we as two adult women serving you, the community, need to do for you, the community?
Or do we get matching t-shirts that say, like, she gets the D, but it's like Disney?
I would rather, I feel like the masses would rather have us get inappropriately slutty Disney-themed t-shirts, but I won't speak for them.
We'll see. We'll have to find out.
But Sam, why are we here today, really? What are we doing here?
Well, last week, Allie, we talked about an important question. Who is the best Disney princess?
Very important.
But this week, we're going to talk about something perhaps even more important. I can't say. And that's who is the absolute worst Disney prince?
I'd say more important.
Yeah?
People need to know who to look out for.
Yes. Absolutely true.
So I think last time I started, so Sam, I don't even know who you picked. I forget who you picked, but I need you to take it away.
Absolutely.
The worst Disney princess.
Absolutely. Well, I'd like you to imagine something. Imagine you're at, let's say, like a bar, right? So it's loud, it's noisy, there's a lot going on. And you meet someone at that bar and you connect with them.
Right.
You just immediately feel a connection.
You're vibing.
You're absolutely vibing. And not only are you vibing, you vibe the whole night. You start vibing when you meet, and you vibe until the bar closes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or at least until midnight, when the person you're vibing with has to go. Their Uber is here. They have to leave immediately. And they leave, and you don't get their number. You know what I mean? You don't even really remember their name. Do you think you'd be able to remember their hair color? Perhaps what their face looked like?
Yeah.
Yeah? You wouldn't just remember to be able their feet like a fucking creep?
I see where this is going.
I'm going to talk about Prince Charming today from the movie Cinderella.
I haven't, it's to be fair, I don't think about him. And maybe that's why he's the worst. He didn't even come to my head when I was thinking about Disney princess.
It's always been baffling to me, right? In the context of the film Cinderella, like, they spend hours together. So it's crazy they don't trade names, but they don't. Fine. You know what I mean? It's a magical night.
Yeah.
The idea that she runs away, he's only left with her shoe.
Right.
And he's like, the only way to proceed is to try this on every woman in the kingdom and see who fits in it. And I imagine in my brain, his assistant guy is like, well, like, we don't have to try it on every woman. Like, what did she roughly look like? And we'll just try it on, like, all the women who roughly look like her. And the prince had to have said, like, I could not tell you a damn thing about this woman. Except
like, what was her eye color? It's like, no, maybe I wouldn't remember that, but like, what was her hair color? Maybe bright yellow? No, I have no idea.
Yeah, he doesn't have a clue. Like, you'd think you'd be able to say, like, well, she was blonde. She was, this approximate height. Like, I'm not asking for him to give, like, a perfect drawing of her.
Yeah.
What I'm asking for is, like, only try the shoes on blondes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I feel like maybe he's just, like, misappropriating his staff. Like, he just doesn't care about their time.
Maybe he doesn't, because they spend weeks. And then they go to Lady Tremaine's home, and they try the shoe on Anastasia and Drizella, right? That's the name of her sisters.
I think it's Drizella.
Drizella? Where am I thinking? I'm thinking of Grisabella from Cats. That's embarrassing.
Yes, Drizabella the glamour cat.
Anastasia and Drizella. And, like, again, this is just reinforcing to me how not helpful the prince was. Anastasia and Drizella look nothing like Cinderella. They are not her height. They're not her body type. They do not have her same hair.
They're
like,
bad, therefore they're ugly.
Yes.
A bad thing on Disney's part, but what are you gonna do about it?
But still, like, it's just so crazy to me that they were vibing for a whole night.
Yeah, and it's like, if they really fell in love, like, didn't they fall in love over, like, I don't know, like, mutual interests? I guess we see their whole interaction, which is
dancing mostly.
wanting, to say the least.
Wanting and dancing.
Romantic.
And he's, like, into her at first, and I do blame her for this as well. She doesn't realize he's the prince, and I'm like, who do you think this guy is?
Why do you think everyone's looking at you?
Like, when she finds out he was the prince, she's like, oh, what? And I'm like, who did you think the only man in a fancy white jacket was at this ball?
Yeah. Also, if I'm getting vibes that, like, this guy's trying to, like, lay pipe down right now, and my whole home life sucks, and it looks like that he has money based on what he's wearing, like, I stay.
Yeah.
I put out and then hope that I get pregnant and he has to wife me up, or at least, like, pay some kind of back alley money.
Yes.
To make me be quiet, because it's the olden times. She's not playing this like a smart broad.
She really needs to get her head on right. And then, yes, my only other thing, I'm almost done with Prince Charming. He does make his staff go out and try on the shoes on everyone. And I'm like, the least you could do, Charming, would be to go yourself.
Fair. That's so fair.
You know what I mean?
Wouldn't he also just be like, why couldn't you just say, bring all women here? I'll find her.
There you go.
He couldn't, because he doesn't care about anyone, really.
He doesn't care. And in other tellings of Cinderella, for example, the musical version that stars Brandy, that I loved growing up.
So good. Great one.
The prince is less of a fucking idiot. He's still an idiot. Don't get me wrong.
He's much more, don't hate me, charming. Much more charming.
There it is.
Nothing I can do about it.
I will say in that one, he's almost especially stupid because he's still trying it on every single woman in the kingdom. And Brandy is a woman of color. So it seems like he could easily be like, just don't try the shoe on any white women.
Yeah, you'd think, and maybe he was just like, I don't want to, I don't see, maybe he's like a full, like, I don't see color racist.
Which fair enough, because he's an Asian prince, and his dad is Victor Garber and his mom is Whoopi Goldberg. So maybe he genuinely doesn't see color.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it seems to be a beautiful society, a very accepting society. We could never do what they do, so I won't question it. It all worked out for the best for Brandy at the very least.
But yes, the cartoon Prince Charming in the original Cinderella. Now, I've heard he's funner in Cinderella 2 and Cinderella 3 Twist in Time. I'm not talking about that right now. I don't know.
Cinderella 2, the one where she, like, helps Anastasia, like, get a man?
I think yes.
I remember that. Also, shout out to the Christmas special Beauty and the Beast, the Beauty and the Beast Christmas special, where Tim Curry is a violent, evil organ.
Yes, that's a good one.
I love it. I love that.
But yes, so that's all I have to say about that. Prince Charming, absolute worst Disney prince. Couldn't even remember her hair color.
I think that's fair.
Thank you. Who are you going to talk about today, Allison?
Who am I going to talk about? Well, I was going to talk about your boo, Prince Eric.
I'll fight.
I just think Prince Eric is such a full idiot. Like, it doesn't, but then I came to the decision that doesn't necessarily make him a bad person. Like, he can be pretty and stupid. And was it wrong to forsake the woman he was obviously having an intimate connection with for a stranger he was obsessed with finding? Yes. But what are you going to do about that? The past is the past.
That's reminding me of one of my favorite charts I've ever seen, which is titled What Women Are Looking For in Men. And in the big circle, it just says nice. But then within it is a much smaller circle, and it says a gorgeous idiot. Just so stupid. Yeah.
Yes. That's all we need. It's what we work best with.
Yes.
But I think the truth here, let's talk about the truth, Sam.
Let's talk about the truth.
Is that the worst Disney prince is not a prince. He's a beast.
This is a hot take.
He is the beast. I know, it's a hot take. Is it a hotter take than putting one of the prequels in my top 3 Star Wars ranking?
No.
No, it's not. But the Beast from Beauty and the Beast is the worst Disney prince, and I will truth tell at you for as long as I can for the next 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, the main reason that he sucks is that he's mean. He's mean the whole time. And I know he's meant to have like this ending or like this character arc, and that's why people like Beauty and the Beast. And I like Beauty and the Beast too. Don't get me wrong. It's not as bad as a lot of other ones. But so like he's mean to the witch, he's mean to his staff, he's mean to Belle's dad when he shows up, and then he's mean to Belle. And the only time he stops being mean is when he starts being attracted to Belle. And it's a combination of I have to be attracted to someone or my life is ruined. Yeah. And also he's genuinely falling in love with her. Now some of this is okay because as I talked about in Best Princess episode, it's good to grow towards each other. It's good to admire things in one person and admire their qualities and idolize them and then take on those qualities in yourself. That's beautiful. That's growth. So like, that's fine. But the thing is, like, he's only nice to Belle, right? Mm-hmm. Like, he's only nice to the one who, when human, he could fuck, right? Mm-hmm. He's not thinking about this with Mrs. Potts. And, like, he doesn't start admiring Belle's qualities and, like, realizing you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar and then start, like, talking to Lumiere in a more cordial tone. Like, that doesn't really happen. Like, you only see him increasing his, like, personality for her. And at the end, he doesn't, like, have a big cathartic moment and, like, show remorse for the fact that he's been a shitty person his whole life or feel bad about being shitty to the staff or feel bad about being shitty to her dad. Like, there's never, like, that moment apart from with her. Mm-hmm. And, like, it's kind of like the guy who's, like, nice to his girlfriend but mean to all of his girlfriend's friends in, like, middle school. That's how I feel about it. So he's either, like, falling in love and trying to be nice to the person he loves and that person only, or trying to do the right thing so the curse is broken. And neither of those to me are, like, actual good personhood. So to me, he's just, like, a mean person.
There you go.
You know what I mean? He's not, like, bitter over a situation. Like, he is, but I don't think he has that much of a character arc. Like, maybe he does after the fact, but that's that. And branching off of this point, my second point, nobody likes him. Nobody likes him. In my extensive research for this segment, I realized a few things. I only ever called this player the Beast, and I looked it up. Do you know his name?
I do. It's Adam, right?
Yes, it's Adam, who is also your partner's name.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing. For your Adam, that's a great, perfectly fine name. For a computer engineer who was born in the 90s, absolutely on point. There's something about Prince Adam that doesn't quite land right for me. It's kind of like a Prince Jeffrey. And, like, Jeffrey's a nice name, but is he a prince, though? Like, you know what I mean? I feel the same way about Chris. I love Chris. I love him as a person. Prince Chris? No. That's not happening. That's not going to happen for him. And the same is true, what?
In the live-action Cinderella starring Brandy, the prince's name is Christopher.
I disagree.
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert Vladimir Karl Alexander Francois Reginald Lancelot Herbert. That's his name.
You committed that to memory.
I love that musical.
I know you do. But I think Christopher is different than Chris also.
Fair enough.
Like, if Adam had some kind of longer, fancier sort of name, maybe.
Yeah.
But if the name, like if your name's Jennifer, you're not a princess. You're not Princess Jennifer. Like, let's not act like that's who you are. This isn't even the point I'm making. The point that I'm making is that he has a name, and for decades after he's cursed, the staff decides to stop calling him that name and start calling him the Beast. So
that's probably what they called him behind his back to begin with.
Yeah, maybe they were like, oh God, like now it really, but like, it means that he's, like, so shitty that they were going to call him a mean nickname for what they assumed was the rest of time. Like, they were never going to stop doing it. And, like, that's mean of them, but they're his employees, and due to class structures, I assume that means he deserved it. Like, what else can you say?
Absolutely.
And then lastly, he was willing to let a bunch of people essentially die. So we've all seen this film. We know crux of the film, Belle and the Beast are about to fall in love. See, I don't even call him Prince Adam. He's the Beast. They're about to fall in love. She sees her father dying in this looking glass, and she's like, oh no, he's dying. Like, I need to help him. She doesn't even know he's dying. He just looks like crazy, and he's always crazy. And he's like, then you have to go to him. And she's like, thank you, and leaves as if to leave forever. And like, this was the movie's way of broadcasting to us, like, he's a selfless, kind person now. It was the movie's way of broadcasting, like, he's changed. He's really changed. And it's because he's changed that he's giving everything up, because he really loves her. And like, I don't doubt that. They put that across really well. But here's the thing. He still could have in that moment been like, boo boo, I got you, go to your father, do whatever you need, but just know that I love you and I want to be together no matter what. Like, I will be here for you and your father, and we will have our future because I am in love with you. And she would have been like, oh my God, I love you too. He would have turned into a person. They could have gone together. The riots would have been quelled. Everything would have been fine. But like, so there's that issue, is that you could have avoided this whole mess.
Absolutely.
But then besides that, he didn't even consider really, he kind of makes mention of it in the live action remake, which I don't even have time to talk about, but he considers it in the live action remake and says like, I'm sorry that I couldn't save you guys. And they don't say what they should have said, which is, you actually totally could have. Like,
all of his servants who are going to turn into.
Yeah, all of the servants who
are
just sitting there, who they didn't do anything.
No.
And so like, in theory, they're gonna, if the last leaf of the petal of the rose falls, then they're all gonna stay furniture. And then in the live action one, they're supposed to become like actual furniture, and they can't even like walk around and stuff. So like, if I had to choose between my slam pieces eccentric inventor father dying or dooming a mansion of hardworking blue collar civilians, that feels easy. I'm sorry.
But how can you weigh one life against another, Al?
But it's many lives.
That's true. You could trolley problem it. And
that guy's old. I'm sorry. But like, Chip's a baby. Chip has yet to live. So, I mean, I don't feel emotionally tethered to Maurice is the thing. But
crazy old Maurice.
I don't buy his character arc. I don't buy that he's done enough to prove to everyone. Like, maybe he's done enough for Belle, and that's good. Like, it's good that he's being nice to her, but it's like, if you can only be nice because you want to fuck something, you're not nice. You know?
Yes. And in the live action, he does nag her, which is no fun.
In the live action, so again, we said this last time, Lindsay Ellis has a great video about the remake of Beauty and the Beast, where she talks about how much New Beast sucks. And she also gives like positive shrift to the first Beast and why there were better choices made in the animated version. And it is overall a great story. I love that movie. It's absolutely, I think, one of the best ones from the Disney Renaissance. Probably the best one out of the Disney Renaissance, if I had to pick one. But he sucks, and he continues to suck no matter what shape his face is. So that's all. Go. Though I will say he is one of the hotter Disney princes in human form.
He is handsome in human form.
He looks like the animated version of Chris Hemsworth.
Ooh.
When I looked him up, there were a bunch of pictures of him animated next to Chris Hemsworth. Dan Stevens, I could take or leave.
Fine.
He ruined Downton Abbey.
By leaving?
By leaving. And if you don't know why he ruined it, I'm sorry, it's spoilies. So.
Oh my God.
So that's that. Oof. I am worked up. I worked myself up into a lather.
I would love to hear from anyone else. If you think there's a worse Disney prince out there, who is he?
Did we miss one? Most evil Disney villain. We should do that.
We can do that next week. Fuck it.
Should we do Disney month?
Disney month.
Disney month. I can burn all my ears. Oh my God. We should maybe give it a week off.
We'll give it a small break, and then we'll come back to it.
We'll come back to it. We're gonna be here a while, it seems like.
Yeah.
But we're kicking it in style. We're all doing what we gotta do. We love you all so much. We've been hearing from you guys on Twitter. Connect with us on Twitter at I'm Horrified Pod. Send us your ideas for Disney Week to us on Twitter, or I'm horrifiedpodcast@gmail.com. And until we get to see you next time, I would say be well, but I think see you real soon.
Yeah, see you soon.
See you real soon. No, see you real soon. Like I'll see you real soon, like Disney style. Like Mickey says that.
Oh, does he? I don't know that.
He does, Sam.
Okay.
See you real soon. It doesn't work when I say it.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Have a good night. Yeah.